And we're just going to settle down, opening with 3 deep breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth. If you'd like, I invite you to place your non-dominant hand just in between the solar plexus and the heart. And we're just going to ask for the essence to completely enter back into the form. And you should actually feel the weight of your own light anchoring into the body here and sitting behind the solar plexus and behind the heart, engaging with the cardiovascular system and the meridians, the energetic highways, pulling your light back into the body, feeling it come down and touch in underneath the feet. And just taking a moment to feel like what it's like being inside your body, being actually present, grounded, and within. Feeling safe, secure. And we're just going to go ahead and ask for the feeling to understand what it feels like to be completely safe, completely fulfilled. Just surrender to any feelings that come up around that trigger through the download of what it feels like to be completely safe in your body. Sometimes that will trigger up levels of stress that are releasing in order to accommodate you to understand the end goal of being completely safe, completely secure in your own form. And any disruptive feeling that comes up behind that, we're just going to allow it to present, take it up to the forefront so you can see it in front of you, and grace it with gratitude and say, thank you for showing me what is no longer in alignment with my safety. And as we connect to this safety, bring this up all the way around the body. We're going to take it up all over the top of the head, down as a sphere of blue plasmic water washes all around your light, your energy system. And within that blue diamond water builds a blue diamond grid. Okay. So as we fill the space around with this blue diamond sphere, blue diamond grid, we're going to take this as if we're just going to feel so safe, as if we're falling backwards, landing within the water of the earth body. And moving across the globe through to the Pacific Ocean, and right in that center point of the Pacific Ocean, an opal anchor point vortex of Edenic codes build through the light field. And we're just going to stop here and just allow that to completely take over, the Edenic codes to completely take over. Unlocking any layers of stress. Any fears that circulate from beneath, moving up through the energy system, out through the heart, heartbreak, desperation, trauma. Destruction of worlds or planetary end times. And we're facing into the epoch of Lemuria here. Allowing the bliss codes to re-emerge through the memory sequence of the cataclysm of Lemuria, the end time of Lemuria. And just feeling incredibly, incredibly secure, safe to allow the purging of the ethnic cleansing of the Lemurian people. To circulate and surface, to allow them to be seen. The memories of the planet of not the planet, sorry, of the continent fragmenting, breaking down. And here we want to just allow the memories to surface, to access one's own soul fragmentation. To rise to the awareness and build back into the second strand of DNA, the second chakra, the sacral, and the 2D field. And as this is coming up, I'm just seeing a lot of black coding written into the history here. We're just going to observe that. And through observation, it begins to rewrite itself, it begins to decode itself, unlocking from the field and allowing a rewrite of the timelines. Okay. So the next image I'm actually seeing here is a temple with a blue light, a rich blue light built through the top that's anchoring up into the heavens. And I feel like we need to go into this temple here. I'm being referenced to a video game actually with this as well. The Final Fantasy VII Temple of the Ancients is coming into my awareness here, and they basically were the ancients in that game were taken from Lemuria, I would think. Let's connect into the blue flame. Okay, and through this blue flame, there appears to be some kind of cross contamination of black smoke that we just want to observe objectively. Because if we go into it too much, there's going to be a bit of a kind of crossfire within one's own mind. It's very distorted and confusing. So, as we can kind of just identify the scrambling of the blue flame with that black essence, we want to kind of start to separate that out. Okay, really interesting here. So, what we're getting is further memories coming to the surface here of an invasion into the temple. And within within this invasion, what I'm seeing is a kind of an unaliving of the men, or threats of that kind, and a an entrapment of the women there. And what we want to kind of just remember with this and just allow the trauma to release off the back of the heart, off the back of the sacral. Stepping back and remembering that you are completely safe in the objective viewpoint. Allows the decompression of the memory to be seen and understood of what was done to the people of Earth. Allowing the trauma of the invasion to release. And the rebuilding of the mental field of the time, the rebuilding of the group field, allowing one's own personal experience to rehabilitate. Allowing the grief and the pain to release, of witnessing what has happened and of those around. Repairing the fragmentation and rebuilding the architecture. Inhale, exhale. Sound tones move in, and upon the sound builds light, and then light code, building through the orange wave spectrum and within the memories itself to restore the group field memories of the experience. Deep heart release, left side arm getting very tight, left side body becoming very tight and pained. So we're looking now further into the feminine scenario. As we process the scenes of invasion and of unaliving. The DNA fields begin to open, spin, and rehabilitate. So as the memories are coming forwards, the decompression of trauma within the DNA opens and releases black smoke out as a flower, allowing for fresh trails of light, your own personal light, to transit through the DNA, activating the strands of DNA, and how they then correlate into rebuilding the heart field. And awakening the continents or the continent of Lemuria. Those of the island, those that inherit the island or who are from, inhabit the island even, are from there, they come forwards within this awakening moment, this memory. Those that have went into the earth step forwards and begin chanting, singing, reorchestrating the genetic and the central nervous system once again, stepping back, and if you're feeling uncomfortable, just remembering you are completely, completely safe. And allow the rebuilding of the cellular memory, the rebuilding of the morphogenetic fields, and the rebuilding of race memory. And as that's coming up, there is a bit of a scramblation just coming up over the right side of the head that we just want to kind of address. There's a high fear threshold within it. And this actually feels kind of tied up within a kind of frequency fence, actually. And with this, we're just being taken up within the sphere, going towards the island of Kauai. Met with the native matriarch. And what we can see here is a scramblation of information running through a frequency fence that's anchored just off the coast of Kauai. And just in this moment, you can work with intention. You can just say, actually, no, I don't consent to this. I'm becoming very aware of the scramblation of memory and the scramblation of the grids and how that is personally impacting how one interprets the own information. And through this awareness of it, we're just going to start seeing the scrambling net current be pulled out one thread at a time. And with each thread being pulled out, harmonic sound tone moves in, opalescent light ray moves in, Divine Mother Eliza moves in, building the crystal opal current, interlocking Elysian fields, anchor down into the root chakra, personal root chakra, to correct the waveform. And we're going to just take that down and into the feet as well. And just sit with that for a moment. Holding no fear. Anchoring the code in this location. And allowing the bliss tones to circulate through the energy. Yakurutiana yak yakuruchana kura. Opening through the Kauai Stargate, or the Q site, and the inner Earth access points to Yakinaki Yakuruchana. And from the inner Earth access site, the opening of Emerald Ray. Scalar waves build upwards vertically. To the Earth's surface, intersecting with the Alasian field, the Alasian current. Back of the high heart opening, moving through to front. Golden flame, golden liquid light flame moving through the heart as the heart expands, the high heart expands. Physical discomfort over the left side chest and body as this expands down through the left body. Purifying the gold wave spectrum correlating to the 8th chakra, the 8th dimensional field, in which layers of kind of warfare circulated around the Orion Wars and also acted as a kind of hub for artificial intelligence into the 7th field, into the 7th dimensional field. Let's go into that and just allow this gold flame, gold ray, liquid light flame just to circulate through the 8th wave spectrum, restoring the mother presence into the 8th dimensional field. Mother divine feminine presence. Allow her to harmonize with the divine masculine, divine father current within this waveform. And allow them to create a union bond. awakening the organic, eighth dimensional, divine union architecture, hierogamic architecture, the golden temples, expand through the layers where warfare had circulated, causing such chaos and such destruction. Inhale, exhale, anchoring the living light code. Flash with encryption, illumination, horizontal expansion. Just coming up over the back of the left shoulder here, we've got a lot of distortion and a lot of fear circuitry coming up that's presented as I would say wing damage. It's like an artificial intelligence congealment of consciousness that is kind of pulsing fear distortion through the back of the left side neck, through the back of the left side scapula. And we just want to kind of honor that, know that this is not you. Unlocking root sacral solar. No yokoriata hian, shnikia kirachena yokia kirachena okora. And we just want to kind of pull this out to the front, give it a good old looking over. And as we pull it out to the front, all of these black spine-like tentacles retract from the consciousness. And this is all coming up over a history of kind of domination, and kind of overthrowing the feminine with a domination, patriarchal, distorted mindset that's coming up through an Orion history and also within the seventh dimensional uh, Earth, Gaia, the electric wars targeting the Hyperborean epoch. Lots of heart pain coming up here. Surrendering. Recoding. Rebuilding the vertical staff. and horizontal rod. Unlocking the third eye. Lots of pain through the third eye here. Just surrendering to this, knowing that you are completely safe. And through these areas, going to allow the light of God, the light of creation, just to immerse through where darkness has sat. Death and destruction had been. We allow the resurrection, and we ask for the resurrection actually to occur with the light of God, light of creation. The Christ return. Inhale, exhale. All of this feeling of holding on to the trauma, holding on to the past, or in this case, the future, allowing it to change. So the past and the future to update by letting go. And accepting the destruction that has been and that could be. And through that, we bring it back to the 0 point. Let's rebuild the fragmentation, illuminate with liquid light, rebuild the infrastructure of the interdimensional layers. Saya Kriana Okuria Tahian, Shnea Kiakratania Mo Urto da Ohi, Yukurta Yahayan, Shmene Kiakratia Uhu Nuya Kya Kya Kya, Shnakiakratia Autoratia Mooi. Inhale, exhale, surrender. Transmuting the pain, suffering, electrical wiring distortions and artificial frequency bands that are circulating through the 7th and the 1st, and then subsequently through different layers in between, through the subharmonics. And coming back to I am. I am reclaiming my body. I am reclaiming my universe. I am reclaiming my planet. In the name of the law of one, Kristalla, crystal star families, and in the name of love, in the name of God's source, I am, I am, I am. Signal codes sent out. Updating through all fields, reclaiming sovereignty, delineation of invaders. Sealing forward through all levels or layers of light, through all bodies, and through the breath of the divine I am presence. Inhale, exhale, recode, release, and seal. Thank you so much for joining today. Sending you all so much love. Happy New Year. Bye.